Well, howdy folks, how you going? Rob here. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're a regular. It is a glorious morning here at camp, and the kind of morning where you wake up, it's nice and brisk in the morning. You think, right, I want to have a nice hot shower. Now, a lot of you folks out there might not be able to do that, but I've got a little product here today that may be able to sort you out in that department. We have the Companion AquaHeat. Now, this is a hot water shower unit, or just even a hot water unit if you want to use it for washing up and all that sort of thing. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at it. All right, let's check it out. All right, let's get the nerdy stats out of the way first, folks. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to charge from flat, which is not too bad. It's got a lithium battery built inside. The flow rate out of the shower head is 2 litres per minute. So you folks out there who understand flow rates and things like that, 2 litres per minute still gives you nice, decent pressure, especially when you're out at camp. I mean, normally you wouldn't even have a shower, would you? So 2 litres per minute, I think, is fantastic. The pump hose length from the your water source to the unit is 1.5 meters, and your shower head pipe length is 2.5 meters. So you get a little bit more to get up to the top of your shower unit and all that sort of stuff, which is fantastic. It does run on the propane gas bottles, the 468 gram propane gas bottles that you get from all your camping stores and even things like Big W, Kmart, all those sort of stores. Stock up on a couple of them and you'll be right for days. I find personally, just being myself solo camping, I can get 5 to 6 camping trips. I'm talking 3-4 day camping trips with a shower every morning. 5 or 6 camp trips out of a single propane gas bottle, which is absolutely fantastic. So you don't need to stock up like crazy. You're not going to run them flat. They run at 18 megajoules an hour or something like that, whatever that terminology is. So it's really, really good on the gas. Runtime on this thing, you're going to get up to 60 minutes off a full battery charge, which is actually fantastic. So what you got to do there, folks, you might think, oh, 60 minutes, that's not very long. When you break it down to showers at camp, your shower at camp should only take 3 minutes. So you've got so many showers that you can have within a 60-minute period. You'll find you'll probably only recharge this thing once a month if you're regularly camping, that sort of thing. I find I go out on a camping trip, I'll leave it for a couple of weeks, go on another camping trip, leave it for a couple of weeks, go on another camping trip, and then after that camping trip there, I'll bring it home, charge it up. And you can charge it a number of ways. It comes with a 240 volt charger, and it comes with a 12 volt charger as well. So you can charge it while you're on the road, off your dual battery system, or off your SIG socket when you've got the engine running, that sort of thing. Or you can charge it at home or off a powered campsite and stuff like that. And finally, weight, folks. A lot of people I know out there, especially with big rigs and stuff like that, who need to keep an eye on their weight. 6.5 kilos, so it's not too bad. You can easily lift it with one hand, no dramas at all. That's 6.5 kilos without the gas cartridge, folks. So keep that in mind. The gas cartridge is, well, they're 483 grams, so whatever that is on top. But 6.5 kilos without the gas cartridge. I think that's fantastic. Very, very lightweight and very, very slim as well. I've actually got the Companion AquaCube as well, which is essentially the same item. So if you've seen that video, you're pretty much about to watch the same video, just with a slimmer product. It is the exact same product as the AquaCube, just half the size, which for me, in the back of the ute there, when I'm loading up the ute to go camping, I need all the space I can get, is an absolute godsend. So well done, Companion, on managing to shrink it down to half its original size. It used to come out to about there, same height, but out wider. And it's amazing how much gaining that much space in the back of your camp setup, in the back of your car, can actually help you out when you're trying to pack stuff. The bag here, folks, it's a fantastic bag. It's got a divider in it. It's lined, so you can actually put it in there while it's still a bit damp and stuff. It's not going to damage the bag. It's got a silver lining in it, and it doesn't come with the unit. It is an additional accessory. Sometimes you'll find Tent World and Anaconda and all those guys will do deals and they put them together and all that sort of stuff, so keep your eye out for that. And a rough pricing, folks, you're looking at about the $350 to $380 mark, depending on where you go and what time of year, if there's sales on and all that sort of stuff. So $350 to $380, and I think it's absolutely money well spent. I've had mates come camping with me and they call it the Versace shower because they all gave me crap when I headed out and they said, oh, I've got a hot water shower. And they said, oh, you're an idiot, you know, what are you doing? That's not camping. I tell you, by day 2, they were lining up to get in the shower to have their own. It is absolutely fantastic, folks, and you won't regret buying this one. Anyway, enough talking about it. Let's have a look at it and see how it all goes together. Alrighty, folks, once you've got the unit out and on the table, pop your water pump into your water source, just like that. I've got a 30-litre bucket here, and I find that could last me, just myself sharing, about 4 or 5 days worth of camping. Just something I'd strongly recommend, folks, as well, is with your water pump, have the water pump sitting upright if you can in your water source. You will find that the water will flow a lot nicer and a lot easier and make the unit not have to work as hard if the pump is sitting upright. Just a little observation I've found over my time using it. Once you've got the water pump sitting nicely in your water source, come around with the other end of the tube and you'll find it's got a pushback or a pullback lever. Pull it back like that, as you can see. What it does, it'll latch on to the other pipe on the water inlet side and then release it as it goes on. Simple as that. Now to power the water pump, just put the little DC power supply into there and the unit will automatically power the pump once you hit the on button. Before we hit the on button though, we've got to connect our shower head. Same process with the shower head, folks. Pull back the blue little connector, put it over the top of the outlet tube, which is all labelled. Make sure your lines aren't bent or on a kink. Make sure that they are actually free flowing and a nice little nice slight bend on it. That way the water can flow through nice and easily for you. Now, once we connect the shower head up into the shower, we'd be good to turn it on. Alrighty, so we're in the shower, getting up close and personal with each other in here, folks. So the shower head itself, absolutely fantastic shower head. It is trigger fired though, so your up is off and down is on. When you hit on, it will actually turn on the igniter in the shower, ignite the water, and about 2 to 2.5 seconds later, the hot water will come through. The shower head itself has a couple of different settings, different shower head settings for different types of water coming out of the shower head. I tend to find mine on the rainwater shower setting to be quite nice. And what we'll do is we'll turn it on in just a second so you can see the pressure and see what it looks like. All right, let's go back around and get ready to turn it on. Let's get naked. Alrighty, with our shower head all connected up into the shower tent, we're ready to have our shower. Now to do that, what you want to do is you want to come over here, press the on button, and you'll see the display light up. It'll tell you your battery percentage, the temperature of the inlet water, so the water where you're getting your water from. The dial on the front, folks, is to adjust temperature. So to the right is hotter, to the left is cool. I find about the 11 o'clock region to be quite a nice little warm temperature for water. Anything past 12 o'clock I find to be way too hot. Nothing will happen, guys, when you turn the unit on. Nothing will happen until you hit the start button. So what we'll do now is we'll press the start button. You'll hear the pump start to activate and you'll see the water pump through the tube from your water source. Again, nothing is going to come out of the shower and we'll show you why. Alrighty, now to make sure I don't get banned off YouTube, I'm not going to get naked for you folks. I'll save that for another day. We got the unit running here. You can hear the pump running, pushing the water through up into the unit. All we got to do now, get undressed, get in the shower and flick that shower head on. I'm not going to bother getting undressed, folks, because like I said, I don't want to get banned off YouTube. And what we'll do is we'll just jump in here now, flick it on, that way you guys can see how it all works. So we come into here, like I mentioned just before, and we are ready to hit our on button. Push it down, the water will come through. It'll spit for just a second while the water comes through, and then there you go. There's your water coming through there, folks. How good is that? Absolutely fantastic. And that's warm already. I could feel the warmth in that already. And that was what, 2-3 seconds, something like that? Absolutely fantastic, folks. So good. So we've got the shower now running, obviously, and we've got 18 degrees water coming in from the water source, and we've got 39 degrees, 40 degrees going out into the shower. That'll rise as it gets warmer and warmer, obviously. But I find this temperature here to be perfect on a winter's morning like this. It's about 10 degrees here at the moment, 10 to 12 degrees. And I find that to be absolutely perfect temperature for water, for a hot water shower here out in the bush. You'll notice the flickering on the screen. The flickering is only due to the camera, folks. The screen on the device doesn't flicker like that. You'll see the ignition light here, flaming away, letting you know that the unit has been lit and the gas has been lit, heating up the water for you. If there is no ignition light, check that your gas is actually connected properly to the back of the unit. That's usually the main problem for that. The cutout here on the right hand side will light up if it needs to cut out for a temperature overload, essentially. The unit will go up to about 50 degrees or so and then cut out if it thinks that the water is way too hot. Obviously it's set to about 50 to 51 degrees, somewhere in there, so that way you don't scald yourself and burn yourself. It's great for kids as well, so they don't burn themselves in the shower. Alrighty, see if I can change the shower head type. There we go, so you now got the, I don't know, I guess you'd call it the pressure. I don't know, the squirty type, I don't know. And then we've got the third one as well, which is that one there. Absolutely fantastic, folks. I personally like the outer ring one, where it's a bit more of like a rain shower, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, but I think that's fantastic. That's really warm now. That's perfect for a shower. And as you can see, the pressure is quite good. All right, now to turn it off, you don't need to do anything on the unit itself. You just push the shower head up to off and it turns itself off. Come around to the unit again. Glorious day here. And you'll find the unit itself is still running. You might be able to hear that, but the igniter is off. So it is safe to now turn off the unit. I would recommend turning off the unit as quickly as you can after your shower, guys, just so the battery in your unit is, as high as possible, so you keep having more and more showers. Now to turn it off, so you've turned it off at the shower head, but again, that hasn't turned off the unit. To turn off the unit, come around to it, and literally just hit the power button. Don't hit the start button, don't hit this one, hit the power button. That one there, and the unit is now off. Like I mentioned earlier, folks, it runs on 12 volt and 24 volt. And the plug for it, for both, is the same one here. So red to red, so you can't get that wrong, folks. And you can run this whilst it's being powered either off 240 or off your 12 volt. So if you do run the battery flat, plug it into 12 volt or 240, and you can still actually use the unit whilst it's running on power. So to do that, grab your plug it in the red one, and away you go. She's charging up again. Whilst I'm here, I'll quickly show you how to connect the gas bottle. So again, it's these Companion ProFuel propane gas bottles. There's a whole bunch of different brands out there. I just happen to have the same one as the brand of the unit. Anyway, there's a little attachment up here, propane gas attachment up here. Basically, you just pop it in and screw it anti-clockwise. And only just sort of go finger tight, folks. Don't over tighten these things. They don't need it. It's all about there. Perfect. Job done. Good to go. When you're all done with the unit, you're ready to pack it all away, make sure the unit's off, unplug your power for your pump, pull back the ring to release the pipe from the two inlets and outlets. You'll see a little bit of water will fall out. Don't stress too much. What we want to do here, before you put it back in the bag, is just lean the unit forward and let the water run out. This will just stop the water that's left in there from the pump out of the unit. That way it's not sitting in there and doesn't go into the bag. Even though the bag's waterproof inside, you still want to get rid of that excess water. You don't really want that sitting in there while it's in storage or between trips. This next bit, when you're packing it up, really is a personal choice. For me, I like to do it. Some people don't care. Some people leave it on, whatever. I prefer to take it off just from a safety point of view. So all you do, turn him clockwise, and that way the gas will release from the unit. You can store it either with the unit inside the bag or separately, depending on how you want to travel all your gear. And now she's good to pack up and put away. The gas can travel with it, obviously, folks, but I just leave it disconnected just from a safety point of view. Just roll your hose up into a relatively small roll. Don't stress if there's a little bit of water coming out again, folks. It's all waterproof in here. The lining of this bag is absolutely fantastic. And same with the pump. And then roll that up, pop that in. Do it up. And away you go. Now, some of you may be wondering what shower tent I use as well. You might be looking for the complete package here in this video. The shower tent I run with is the Austrail Fast Frame Ensuite Single. I've already done a review video on this, on how to put it together and how to pull it apart, all that sort of stuff, put it back in the bag, all that kind of thing. Check that out. I'll leave a link up here and a description below. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I can't say it enough. Camping shower tent. I've had this thing in 50+ km/h winds on the beach here at camp. This weekend, actually, we've had 52, 53 km/h winds. It has stood up and has not let me down once. Absolutely fantastic product. Again, not sponsored in any way. I'll put the video link, like I said, down below in the description. Check it out. The Austrail Fast Frame Ensuite Single. Absolutely fantastic shower tent if you're in the market for one as well. The table I use with my shower tent setup is the Zempire Slat Pack Standard. This thing is absolutely fantastic as well. Got it from Tent World. Absolutely great bit of kit, and folds down into a tiny little bag. And I'll have a review video on this one coming very soon. So make sure you subscribe to find out when that one drops and check it out. Zempire, great camping gear. And as the sun continues to rise here on what is another glorious day here at camp, it's time for me to jump in the shower and have one of my own. The Companion AquaHeat, folks. Get out there, check it out. Tent World, Anaconda, BCF, Drifter, all of them. They sort of stock it now these days. Absolutely fantastic product. Get out there, check it out. If you want a hot shower at camp, this is the one to go for, I reckon. Not sponsored in any way. It'd be great if I was, but I'm not. Just want to show off a great product that I've managed to find to you guys as well. Hopefully help you out in your camping journey and your camping adventures. All right, folks, if you like this sort of stuff, give it a like, give it a subscribe. There's plenty more coming your way. We've got camping trips, we've got big trips around all around the country coming up, as well as more camping gear reviews and stuff like that to help you guys out at camp. All right, folks, be good, and I'll see you all on the next one. You!